Now you can see me wearing my black MAGA hat, and that must mean one thing. Trump won the debate. Trump won the debate. Now, it didn't start out that way, though, if I'm being very honest about it. Kamala Harris won the first half of that debate. She was more likable. She was more authoritative. Trump was looking really meek and kind of like unapologetic, kind of just like trying to be overly nice, conciliatory. Wasn't the usual Trump, and that's the fault of his campaign advisors. I hope everyone realizes that. But then Kamala Harris done pissed Trump off. She pissed him off. And honestly, insulting the size of his rallies was probably the biggest mistake that Kamala Harris made in that whole debate. Now, listen, one of the things I was not a fan of is that Trump continued to deflect on the questions. He didn't actually answer the questions. It's very obvious that Kamala Harris did infinitely more debate prep than Trump did. And MAGA voters, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. I'm going to say this again. If Trump gets to debate Kamala again, he needs to do debate prep. He obviously and clearly was not prepped tonight. He was not prepared. He did not have the talking points Kamala had. He was flying off the hip. And when you fly off the hip, you don't answer the questions, and voters actually do want the answers to the questions. And Trump was like responding to memes on Twitter and stuff like that. And although I think that we all enjoyed seeing him talk about the fact that Haitian immigrants were eating cats, because that was kind of funny, he really didn't answer the questions. But like the biggest question that he didn't answer was about, honestly, immigration, and he was lobbed a softball and he didn't answer it, and instead he deflected because Kamala Harris insulted the size of his rallies. And when Kamala insulted the size of his rallies, she pissed Trump off, and he was pissed off for the rest of the debate. And I felt like we got an inkling, it was a glimmer of old Trump again. And I'm going to be honest, I have a lot of issues in voting for Trump right now. First of all, Trump is running on the platform of a moderate Democrat. I left the Democratic Party 4 years ago, 4.5 years, actually over almost 5 years ago now, because I really left it mentally in 2019. I left it publicly in 2020. I don't want to vote for a Democrat. I don't want to vote for a moderate Democrat. And you can come in my comments and say, Trump has always been a Democrat, but like, I don't want to vote for a Democrat. I fundamentally don't. I am actually extremely far right on some issues. I don't want any more immigration to this country at all. And I say that being married to an immigrant. But my husband's already here. He's already got his green card. Like, we're already good to go. I don't want any more fucking immigration to this country. It's enough. We're full. I don't want green cards getting stapled to college diplomas. I don't want that. I like Project 2025. I don't want Trump to continue denouncing Project 2025. I think this is one of the biggest and most stupid mistakes that Trump has made. Project 2025 is effectively a hiring database of the most staunch America First conservatives that supported Trump in 2016. It is so stupid for Trump to continue to denounce this. Trump even admitted in the debate, I haven't even read it, I don't want to read it. Well, why hasn't he read it? Why hasn't he at least asked for what it is? He continues to denounce it, and every time he denounces it, he is spitting in the face of the people who got him elected in 2016. It's wrong, it's bad. I also want Trump to commit to not going to war with Iran. Anti-war is one of my main issues. It always has been one of my main issues. Since I was politically active in college, I remember protesting the Iraq war on the Boston Common when I was in college. I don't want to go to war with Iran. I don't want to fight Israel's war for them. I just don't want to. And I could list any number of things that I have an issue with Trump with, and I think that his campaign sucks, and I think his campaign advisors suck. But tonight we saw a glimmer. We saw a glimmer. We saw that spark of Trump being pissed off. And now what I want to see is I want to see Trump harness that spark, and I want to see him keep going with that spark, and I want to see pissed off Trump on the campaign trail. And I want to see Trump trying to revisit his 2016 roots. I do not want moderate Democrat Trump. It is unreasonable to ask me to vote for moderate Democrat Trump. And don't you dare come in my comments and say, if you don't vote for Trump, then you are voting for a Marxist. You are voting for a communist. Bitch, I spend all my time studying the real Marxists, the real communists in America, and the real Marxists, the real communists, they hate Kamala Harris. They protested her at the DNC. Kamala Harris effectively told them to fuck off at her rallies. Kamala Harris is not a Marxist. No, I don't care that she had a Marxist father. That doesn't mean she's a Marxist. She is an opportunist, progressive grifter that got handed a chance at the presidency on a silver platter, and she's going for it. But she's just an opportunist, progressive grifter. She's not a Marxist. She's not a communist. And by the way, I don't think Trump is going to stop communism either. I think that either person who gets elected, the far left is still going to advance exactly as the far left advances. And if conservatives don't want to admit this, then that's their own downfall, man. So don't come into my comments and tell me if you don't vote for Trump, you're supporting communism. Go fuck yourselves. That's how I feel about that. It's just not true, and it's not hinged into reality. I want Trump to be good. I genuinely do. I want Trump to be good. I want to be able to vote for Trump. I want to bring myself around to supporting this candidacy, but he's still got some work to do. And if he continues with the pissed off Trump that we saw in the debate tonight, you know, he might have a chance of winning my vote. I'll be really honest about it. But I want to see him walk back his statements on immigration. I don't want green cards stapled to diplomas. Forget illegal immigration. I don't want any more legal immigration in this country. I don't want any war with Iran. I don't want to send more money to Israel. I don't want any of that. I don't want any foreign involvement at all. I want his campaign advisors fired. I think they suck. And I want Trump to stop denouncing and effing with Project 2025. He's already done enough damage. It's already, like, if Trump wins, I hope people realize this. The denouncements of Project 2025 mean if Trump wins, he is going to be staffing his administration with lobbyists. He is literally going to be staffing them with the swamp. Trump is not going to drain the swamp by denouncing Project 2025. Project 2025 is a hiring database of America First loyalists that was specifically designed to staff the new administration. When you get elected president, you have to staff 60,000 jobs. They had it on a silver platter. Here are the people that you need to implement conservative values, non-rhino values, to push back on the establishment, to push back on all the rhinos you guys claim to be against. Here it is, right here. Trump has denounced it over and over and over and over and over again, and then brags about the fact, like, I don't even know what Project 2025 is. I don't even know what anyone's talking about. It was a hiring database that was going to staff his administration with America First loyalists. That's what it was. And now it's completely effed. And that means that the lobbyists, the people running his campaign, Chris Lasavides and Susie Wiles, those are two of his senior campaign people, they are lobbyists. They are literally the swamp. They're wrong for so many reasons, and they're the ones that are going to be picking out the people that are going to work in the next Trump administration. That's what that means. I want him to walk that back. He can figure out how. Like, he's done F this up. He can figure out how. But I do not want to vote for the swamp back in the White House. I don't want to do it. So I am begging Trump. I was a Democrat 5 years ago. I was literally a Democrat. I had never voted for a Republican in my life. I voted for Trump in 2020 because he banished critical race theory from the federal government, and that was what I cared about at the time. Right now, as we stand right now, I don't think there's a difference between Trump and Kamala. Yeah, Trump entertained me in the debate, and I do think he won the debate, but I am begging you, Trump. Trump, I am begging you. Please give me a reason to vote for you. Please stop making stupid decisions. Please stop listening to horrible advisors. Please stop running on the values of a moderate Democrat. I say this as someone who left the left. I do not want to vote for a moderate Democrat. I will never vote for a moderate Democrat. Please start doing things to appeal to your base. Please remember that there are those of us who want strong, right-leaning messaging. I care about defeating the left at all costs. Right now, Trump is pandering to the left. Trump is trying to get the votes of the left. I don't want that. So please, Trump, please give me a reason to vote for you. I'm like, I could be convinced. I really could be. Dude took a bullet for us. He got shot in the ear. You can't deny that. But if Trump doesn't start running like an actual conservative rather than a moderate Democrat, if he doesn't start making better decisions, if he doesn't guarantee that we're not going to war with Iran to fight Israel's war for them, I'm not going to vote for him. And you guys can cry all you want about it. I don't really care. No, I'm not going to vote for Kamala either. I will never vote for Kamala Harris. I might vote for Chase Oliver, the Libertarian. I might just not vote at all. But Trump has to give me a reason to vote for him. I'm not voting against Kamala. Trump will not get my vote by default. And I feel like I'm speaking for a lot of people. We want Trump to be good. We want Trump to be better. There's still plenty of time for Trump to turn this thing around. I hope he does. I genuinely do. That's all I've got, guys. We'll see you soon.